Alright guys, my name is Chris. I'm known as Kane on the Saddle Hunter website, and I just want to show you a video today on how I'm doing the one stick method. We got new saddles coming out and new platforms that are lighter and lighter, so I wanted to revisit the one stick method, and I've been working on it this summer, playing with it, and really found a good method that works for me, and maybe you'll like it. So I start with, whenever I come up to a tree, I'm going to set my tether on, and it's really, when I set my tether up is really key method to making this work the best. I want to set my tether up as high as I can reach, and my prusiks, I want to set it up the same. It needs to stay the same way every time. I've done this method in the past, and I've used just a rock climbing harness, but this summer I've been playing with using my sit drag, my saddle, hanging from my saddle, and it's night and day difference. It's a lot better using your saddle than it is using just the rock climbing harness. And so today I'm going to be using my sit drag, but I'm going to pair it with my rock climbing harness for safety reasons, because the sit drag is really not rated for how I use it. But so when I walk up to a tree, I want my prusik set to where my bridge is good and snug, so I'll cinch it up just a little bit, and that's where I'm going to keep it the whole time until I'm ready to hang. When I'm ready to hang, I'll adjust my prusiks then, but you leave it right where it is once you set it up on the tree. It's there. So now I'm going to come to, I also need to put in my rock climbing harness for my safety, just in case my sit drag fails with me. So I don't have any weight on that, it's just there for safety. So now I'm going to take my one stick, my muddy stick, and it weighs 3 pounds, and some of these saddles, like I said, and platforms, like my whole setup could be like 7 pounds. So I'm going to put my muddy stick on, and I always want to keep it in line with my tether, my rope that's hanging down. A little higher. So I've got a one-step aider on it. That's all you need. I've tried it before with multi-step aiders, and it's just too wobbly for me. And I think the way I'm doing it, this really works good with just one step. I've got the step about 18 inches. That's about the same distance between my steps on a muddy stick, so I'm real comfortable making that even with bulky clothes. So I'll step up onto my muddy stick, make my step up, and then when I step up here, I'm moving my tether up. I like to put one leg on my top step, one on the bottom, and I kind of got good balance there. So I'm going to reach up as high as I can reach. Then I'm going to sit down into my sit drag. And now my muddy stick is about the right height for me to grab it and lift it up a little bit and uncam it. I can lift it up. And here's where keeping it in line is key. So I can push off the tree a little bit, move it up a little, and then open my legs up and sit up against the tree, and I'm hands free. I can take my hands off my stick now, and it's not even tied on. If you're going to do this, I recommend you taking paracord and tying it from your stick to yourself in case you drop your stick, obviously. You can pull it back up. So this is a little bit bigger tree than what I'm used to climbing, but I've got my hands free. I put it around the tree, come in there behind my rope tether, tie it off, cinch it down, and my knee is about 90 degrees. My tether is about even, my aider is about even with it, so that's about good for me. I step off away from the tree, set my foot in it, take a step up. Real simple. And doing this method, at any time that I get tired, I want to take a break and just sit down, and it's like I'm hunting. I told these, and beginning of October, It's still 90 degrees whenever we start bow season, so it's hot. So you don't want to be real sweaty when you get there. So I can just sit here if I want to take a break for a minute. Any point of my climb, I can take a seat and take a break. So I'm gonna go up one more time just to show you. Lift up my stick, raise it up, kind of come away from the tree a little bit. Put your weight on your stick, and it's there. This is really a fast way too. I'm not really going real fast right now because I'm explaining it, but I can go pretty fast. Step up. Same process all the way up. So let's say I'm getting ready to come down. So I've got a point that I like to come to with my tether when I'm coming back down. And that's usually about waist high. Coming back down, I take a step into my aider. And I go to a sit. From the aider, I'm going to a sit. And if you'll put your tether at the same place every time, it works out great. Slide my stick down, go between my knees, about knee height on my rope. Set it. Step up. Bring my tether down to about knee height, about waist height again. Step into my aider. Sit in my sit drag. Real simple. And I don't tie my overhand knot safety here, ascending or descending. I leave it because I'm tied off and I feel confident doing it this way. And there's really two ways you can pull up here on your descent. I can either kind of let my knees come in and bear hug the tree and stand up, or I can grab my rope. You don't want to grab your prussies. You want to grab below it or above it and just pull myself up. Either way works. So that's it. I'm going to show you how I pack up my stick now that I'm down. So I take my rope and go around the top of my stick, down around the bottom of the standoff, back up to the top standoff, in between the step and my aluminum stick right there, and that kind of makes a bite. So then I take my aider and come in behind my standoff and kind of loop it on my top standoff. Keeps everything nice and neat. Take my rope, come up under my cam cleat, back around and through my cam cleat. It's nice and tight. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe give it a revisit. Like I said before, doing it with a sit drag versus your rock climbing harness, it's night and day different. It's easy. I can be up 20 feet in just a few minutes, and have everything set up, and it's just a real good way to climb. And like I said, very lightweight. It's almost like the lightest climbing method that I've found. I've got my spurs, but this is even lighter than the spurs that I have. So anyway, hope you all like it.